In order to create a new proclamation request, you should log into Salesforce and open up the Outreach and Marketing app, which can be selected from the drop-down list at the top right up here. And the first thing you want to do is be sure that the person making the request doesn't already have a contact record, and or the proclamation has not already been requested and they're just not following up with it. For instructions on how to search for and recall existing records, see the next video in this proclamations series. This video instruction will assume that neither the person's contact record exists nor that a proclamation record has already been created. So the first thing you want to do is to click on Contacts and then create New, and then fill in the necessary information here. So we're going to go ahead and create a fake person. And with the account name, you want to find out if this person belongs to some kind of organization. For more details on how to determine that and what types of organizations are, you can consult the written instructions. There are really two possibilities. Either the account record already exists, or you have to make a new one. Either way, you should hit this magnifying glass. And then what you can do is go ahead and search and see if a record already exists. So let's say that this person works for Hutton Growth 1. When you type in Hutton, you click Go, it'll return that result, and you can click that link, and that will select that account. Now let's say you were trying to find something that didn't exist. If you type that in and click Go, you'll see that there are no results. And you can actually create a new account by clicking New, and then type in the relevant information. You want to be thorough in adding contact information here, as your coworkers or future staff people at the New Orleans City Council may really rely on this information being accurate. So you can go ahead, once you've completed all that information, go ahead and click Save. And now this contact will be associated with that new account. Now alternatively, this may be a person who's just part of the general public. So in that case, you could also click the magnifying glass, type in general public, and click Go, and then select from that link, and that will associate this contact as just a person that is general public. Now, if they are a representative of an organization of some type, then the title field is important to fill out. If they're just part of the general public, you can leave that field blank. And you want to go ahead and make sure that you fill in this contact information as best you can. And then you want to go ahead and associate a type of contact as well. So since this person works at Project Homecoming, I'm going to select nonprofit staff. And then as a description, this field may be important again if the person is associated with an entity or an organization. You might just want to type in some narrative of what role they play or what relationship they have to the City Council. So you can go ahead and click Save. That creates the record for the person making the request for the proclamation. So what you want to do is, while looking at their contact record, scroll down to where it says Proclamations Requested, and go ahead and click New Proclamation. And then what you want to do is name the proclamation to be the name of the person who's making the request with a hyphen, and the date that they're requesting the proclamation to be presented or for them to pick it up for. And you want to go ahead and fill out the date that the request was actually made, which is often going to be today's date. You can see that it's automatically linked to the Jim Tester contact record as a result of having created that contact and then clicking New Proclamation from that contact record. The status is going to automatically be set to requested. You want to go ahead, especially if you're not the staff person assigned to review a proclamation request, to go ahead and leave that as such when you create a new record. And then these two fields are kind of an either-or situation. So if it's the proclamation is being requested for an entity such as an organization or church or what have you, then you'd want to go ahead and use this field. If it's being requested for a particular individual, then you would use this field instead. And in both cases, whichever one you're using, go ahead and click the magnifying glass. And this is similar to account or contact lookups that you've used before, similar to how we associated the contact to its account in the previous step. So let's say this is on behalf of the City Planning Commission. I'll go ahead and type in that in the search box and select it. And then I won't fill in this box because it's an either-or situation. The type of proclamation is to recognize services, and we're going to say that this is the proclamation importance. It can be one of these three options, and sort of up to the discretion of the person who's taking the request. So let's say that this is for a major event or for a VIP, but that it's not a controversial request. The level of controversy field is important to fill out because it helps determine which staff member is going to be assigned to approve this request. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as not controversial. Again, that's up to the discretion of the person filling in and the guidance that you receive from the leadership at City Council District B. So you can type in the details of the proclamation. This is sort of the narrative of what the person's requesting the proclamation for, and why they want it and that kind of thing. And it's important to be as detailed as possible so that you can fulfill the request as close to as possible what they were imagining. And then you want to go ahead and select the date and the time that the request is being made for. Again, this should match with what the date in the proclamation name is. So I'm going to scroll forward to June 7th, and I'm going to say that they need it for 7 p.m. And then I'm not prepared to create the formal proclamation language yet, because that would be somebody who's on staff who would enter that information after the record's been created and they reviewed it. And then if this is being presented at a particular event, you can go ahead and fill in these fields as well, but they're totally optional, and oftentimes the proclamation will just be picked up from City Council rather than a staff member actually going out there to present to them. So this is all you needed to do to create the record. I'm going to go ahead and click Save, and you can see the result of the created record. And that concludes the instructions for how to create a new proclamation associated with a new contact.